Hey guys, I wanted to take a few minutes just to talk to you about something that we like to call curiosity marketing. So, this is something that a lot of us learned for the very first time when we were at Summit this past year in 2017. Chalene Johnson was one of the keynote speakers, and she started talking about this thing called curiosity marketing. And it's something that a lot of people, without realizing, do on their own anyway. But we want to make sure that it's something that you know of and that you are aware of what you can do to prevent, the scammy, cheesy, gimmicky types of things that come across your social media. So, what this is basically is just keeping what you're doing not necessarily a secret, but not just throwing it all over the place and throwing everything out there and saying what you're doing because you want people to be curious. You don't want to post a picture of your Shakeology shaker cup with the word Shakeology that goes up the side, because if you do that and then in the subject of the post you talk about how amazing your Shakeology is, because let's be honest, it is, but if you're showing people exactly what you're drinking and you're showing them exactly what it is, that isn't going to spark an interest to come to you and say, hey, what are you drinking? Instead, they're going to go to Google or Amazon or something else and A, either get freaked out by the price, or B, buy some knockoff stuff that just isn't as good. So you want to create curiosity. You want to have people wonder and want to come to you to ask you, what are you drinking? Same with your workouts. You don't want to say exactly what you're doing or exactly why or not exactly why, but exactly what you're doing. You don't want to say, I'm doing the 21-day fix, or I'm doing Shift Shop, or I'm doing this, because guess what? Those people aren't going to come to you to ask you about the 21-day fix or about Shift Shop. They're going to go to Amazon and buy it for who knows how much money, and then nothing's going to happen. They're not going to have the support and accountability from you. They're not going to be in a challenge group. I'm sorry that that's my dog, but this is my life. But it's important to create curiosity. That's basically the big word. You want people to be curious. You want people to wonder what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. And when you're talking to people and finally you get to the topic of, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, and they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. You don't post like salesy stuff and gimmicky stuff, and you don't, because you're not trying to sell stuff to people. You want people to like things and to be curious about what you're doing because you love it, because you love what you're doing. You love how you feel when you're doing it, and you love the I'm sorry that my dog's barking, but you love the transformation that you've gotten for yourself. It's just something for you to share through your own personal journey, not here's a plaster of Shakeology and here's a plaster of Beachbody on Demand and here's a plastered up. You're not shoving Beachbody down people's throats. That's not what we do. And we don't want people to know exactly what you're doing, because then no one's going to come to you. You're never going to have somebody send you a message and ask you a question. If you're just giving it to them, then no one's going to come. So you want to create curiosity. You want to create kind of like I don't know what the word is, but you want to have people wonder and kind of think like, what is she doing? Like, whatever that is, I want to drink it too, or whatever she's doing, I want in on this because it looks like she's having so much fun. And look at the transformation that she's gotten, and look at this. And sometimes people come to you. A lot of times you have to go to them. But if you are just giving out all of the information on a silver platter on your social media, no one's going to come to you. No one's going to want to know what you're doing because you're already telling them. So that's basically the gist of curiosity marketing. And we just want to make sure that you guys understand what it is, and how to kind of stick around and not give everything away right away. Sometimes it's okay to talk about things, but most of the time you want to create a sense of there's a word in my head and I can't think what it is. That's okay. But that's all I got for curiosity marketing.